Session of definite integrals of grade 12. Now the first concept is limit of a sum. Now integrals, as we have learned in the introduction in the previous videos, there are two things, that is indefinite integral and definite integral. Indefinite integral is without a boundary or the limit, and definite integral when we are applying a limit for a particular area. Now for a graph y equal to f of x, let us find the area under the curve. For that we will be using integrals, and here they have given a limit a and b. A is the lower limit and b is the upper limit. Now let us see how to find and how to derive a formula to find out what is area under the curve y equal to f of x. Now let me consider x-axis and y-axis and x dash in a Cartesian plane. Let us have a graph, that is, let us assume this curve to be f of x. Now if this point, that is if x-axis, in x-axis if this value is a, what will be in y-axis? Y is nothing but f of x. Therefore if x is equal to a, y value will be f of a. And after that we have given a small increment, that is nothing but h. Always will be denoting by h. That is its small value. We are increasing a small value from a, and that point we are taking to be x1. Therefore that x1 will be, now if x0 is a and this distance is h, therefore what will be x1? A plus h. Therefore what will be this point? If this point is a plus h, therefore what will be the value of y? Value of y will be f of a plus h. Now here this point, again a small increment h. Now this is a plus h, that will be x2 will be a plus 2h. If x value is a plus 2h, what will be y value? This is y value, therefore f of a plus 2h. Now like this we are dividing this area into a rectangle, smaller rectangles, and let us consider the law of this first point is a and the last this is a lower limit and this is the upper limit. Let us consider this point to be b, and we are considering that to be xn, and before that it is xn minus 1. Now what will be this value? x2 is a plus 2h, xn minus 1 is a plus n minus 1 into h. By seeing this itself you can understand x0 is a, x1 is a plus 1h, x2 is a plus 2h, xn minus 1 is a plus n minus 1h, and what will be this y value? It is f of a plus n minus 1 into h, and this is b, therefore this will be f of b. Now this is a smaller rectangle, which we are making a smaller rectangle. Let us consider this portion to be negligible. There is a small area, so let us remove this. See, for everywhere you will be getting a small area. Let us remove that alone and consider this rectangle. Now what is the area of a rectangle? So if we add all the rectangles area, so many rectangles will be there, n number of rectangles will be there. We cannot count how many rectangles are there, so let us consider n number of rectangles are there. So already I have denoted to be n, xn here, that point to be xn. So n number of rectangles are there. So what is the area of a rectangle? If we add all the areas of this rectangle, you will be getting what is the area under this curve. This will be a small area. If you plot it in the graph, if you see here it big, but it's small area, it may be point something. So let us find what is the area of the rectangle. First rectangle. Now what is this length? Its length, that is y value, that is nothing but f of a. And what is its breadth? H. Therefore f of a into h. Then what is the length of the second rectangle? This is f of a plus h. This y value is nothing but the length, and this x value is nothing but h. Therefore f of a plus h into h. What about the third rectangle? F of a plus 2h into h. Like that it will be going on. What about the last rectangle? This value only we are taking. Therefore f of a plus n minus 1 into h divided by h. Therefore we are adding all the area of the rectangles together. First rectangle is f of a, into h. Second rectangle is f of a plus h into h. So only I have written here f of a plus h into h. Like that, the last rectangle is f of a plus n minus 1 into h. That's what I have written here. Now you are adding all the areas together and you will be getting a formula for the limit of a sum, that is integral from a to b f of x dx is equal to limit h tends to 0. Here we are applying the small value, so we are considering that h value is nearer to 0. Therefore, the first rectangle is h into f of a. The second rectangle is h into f of a plus h. Like that, so many rectangles still h into f of a plus n minus 1 into h. In this h is common, so this h you have taken out. I have taken outside. Therefore, h into limit h tends to 0, h into f of a plus f of a plus h plus f of a plus 2h up to only 3 dots you need to keep here, plus here plus f of a plus n minus 1 into h. That is the formula for limit of a sum. Xn equal to a plus nh. See, xn minus 1 is a plus n minus 1 into h. Xn value is what? A plus n into h. Xn value is what? What is the upper limit here? B. Therefore, substitute b here. From this, you can find out what is the value of n or h. Mostly will be applying this. Now, when n value tends to infinity, that is b by a by infinity is nothing but 1 by 0, h value tends to 0. That is one case from this. Now, when h value tends to 0, n value tends to infinity. This only we will be assuming here. That is, you are taking a small value which is nearer to 0, so that's small h value. Therefore, when h tends to 0, what will be n? N tends to infinity. This is the formula for limit of a sum. Keep it in mind. This is very, very important. And few formulas you will be learning to solve sums in this. That is what you have learned in 11th standard. There are four formulas you have learned there. That is sum of all the natural numbers. Here we are writing up to n minus 1, 1 plus 2 plus 3 up to n you have written as n into n plus 1 by 2. Since we are learning up to n minus 1 here the terms you will be getting up to n minus 1. Therefore, it is n into n minus 1 by 2. The next one, 1 squared plus 2 squared up to n minus 1 the whole squared is n into n minus 1 into 2n minus 1 divided by 6. For cubic, we won't be applying here. And one more thing, the sum of the series, GP. When you will say it's GP? When the ratios, that is second term divided by first term and the third term, the ratios are same. Therefore, to find out the ratio, it is second term divided by the first term. And when r is greater than 1, sum of the series is a into r power n minus 1 divided by r minus 1. When r is less than 1, Sn is a into 1 minus r power n divided by r minus 1. Therefore, these are the four formulas you will be applying here. So keep it in mind.